This is episode 13 of Flipping PCs For Profit. Now, I haven't been filming much lately since I've been busy in life and all that stuff, but I showed this PC that you've seen in the last episode, but I swapped out with black fans instead of RGB fans. If you guys can read the specs, if you guys want. So I sold it for $800. And after the fees, it's $718, which is around $103.73 profit. That's how much I'm getting for this build with a 3070. And then I built this PC again, which has an i3-10100 with an RX 588GB, 16 gigabytes of RAM, and a 600 watt high power supply, and with a Sama Q5 case and a ID cooling 214 HT cooler. And I sold it for $450, but after the fees by $403.87, and profit is $137.87. And then with this PC, I bought the CPU and a motherboard combo with the RAM for $70. So I took the RAM out of the combo, and I paid around this much, $55 for the CPU and motherboard alone, which I value that one. And the RAM I use for the nuts build, which I'm going to talk about later. Yeah, so I bought an RX 580 for $31. I actually got this RX 580 8GB off of Macquarie for around $31 a month since after the fees and shipping. Now this PC, I actually case swapped some of the parts from the CyberPower PC that I bought for, I believe, $250. No, I paid $150, which came with an AIO, no graphics card, no RAM, and an EVGA 600 GD power supply, and a CyberPower PC case, along with a Ryzen 7 2700X. First, it did not tell me about the specs in the Facebook listing, but I took the gamble by buying the computer, took it home, slapping a RAM and graphics card, and it works, which is absolutely awesome. So what I did is that I took the motherboard, CPU, and power supply, and I slapped it into this Mustech K2 case, and I used my personal 2060 graphics card since I've seen all the Java listings that more people are buying more mid-range computers than budget-range computers, so. And I also bought another 580 along with a motherboard. And I can't really use the i3 that came with the Z370 motherboard that I bought with the RX 580. So I was like, you know what? i7 8th skin and 9th skin is overpriced, so I'm gonna sell the motherboard on Macquarie for around $100. Somebody offered me $75 and I accepted it since I just wanted it gone. And after the fees on Macquarie, I'm getting around $55, which is alright. But on Java, so I bought the RAM from the last build. Remember about the i3 combo? I took the RAM off of that build and I put it into this one, which I think will look a lot better with that way. And I used a leftover right cable extension along with some 3D pointed cable comms. And then I sold it locally for around $550. That's just the same price as Java, but I don't have the fees going on, which is good. And while I have that build sold, I built this thing. I actually bought a iPower PC with the i5 6400, 8GB of RAM, and a GTX 960, along with a 550 watt bomb power supply, which apparently I looked it up on the power supply tier list, literally rated as tier F, and it said that I believe the max output is actually 300 and something watts instead of the actual 500 that the power supply claims it can do. I swapped it out with a high power 600 watt power supply. Yeah, I bought a brand new case. I swapped out this CPU cooler and put my G-Skill memory, and I sold it for around $325 locally. So if you guys want to see my last two builds, that's my last build right here, the white one, and I got $86.76 profit. But hey, it is still better than nothing. So after I've done all those builds, I'm now about to do this one, which has a Ryzen 5 2600 I bought off eBay for like around $30 or so, along with another one of those SSDs. I got the last one left right here. I gotta buy some more of those 1TB NVMe's, to be honest with you guys. And I have a motherboard I also picked up on a combo again, which comes with this Ryzen 7 5700. And it came with these two memory, I believe 16 GB. You guys can read it if you guys want to. And I believe it's 2400 megahertz, which I'm gonna use it for another build. So I'm gonna use this for a better build and use it for a lower end build. So instead of that lower megahertz RAM, I replace it with another G-Skill 16 GB of RAM right here, which has around 3600 megahertz, which is awesome. 1660 Ti for 70 bucks. I believe that's 30 something bucks. And I have a high power unit, which is the last one I have in hand right now. And I have more coming. And of course, this AIO, which I have never been using it ever since I bought it. But I had it since January. I have two of them still, which is one of those two. And now, the case that I was ordering is a Sama SV02 case. I have the right one arrived here today, which I'm trying to do a black build for these parts, but the black one is not coming on until Friday. Right now it's actually Tuesday, which just kind of sucks because I really want to get this build going. Hopefully sell it on Zara and Facebook Marketplace again. But you will see this build put together on my next episode. So sorry for the short episode of this series, but like I said, I've been busy with life and everything. So thank you guys for watching on this video. Subscribe to this channel and turn on the notifications so you guys don't miss any of the videos I'll be uploading. And post a like if you enjoyed it. And also comment your thoughts about all the PC builds I've done. Peace.